Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Not something you expect to see from the From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
He's brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Slater. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. As the Dolphins 33.
To throw on 2nd down. Slater. Trying to lay one up deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, Slater. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Carried by number 33.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Grant. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll run here with Raymond Calais, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Watson, off play action. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Beckham. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
At the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Slater. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Slater looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on 3rd down. Slater. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Let's go, D. Malc-Fya.
Faking the give. Now Watson. This one caught by Davis. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Slater. Eluding the pressure right. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's another first down, as this time they get an even 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
The ball carrier taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw on 2nd down, Slater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one?
7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards.
8-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown.
Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, here's Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Out of the gun, Watson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. On first down, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He finds it open past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
At the 36-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A shotgun snap for Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Elliott. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Slater. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
24. Steelers 21.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete to Eric Ebron.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. 11 yards there, 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. On 1st and 10, Slater escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 82 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down. It's Elliott. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Slater. He finds Beckham complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Operating from the gun, Slater, and he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Looking deep here for Ebron. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Slater. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Eric Ebron there to make the grab. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Watson now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Wide receiver.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
50-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Whip. Watch me whip.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
59. Here we go, D. 59.
Now Watson to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Big hookup there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And 3.
That's out to the left and complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Steelers.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, dump.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final score, Dolphins 45.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Jets. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. The return man, Ty Johnson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Miller with a first down and more. Lamar Miller, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Ball carrier.
Lamar Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lines.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Curtis Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And Tate's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. A first down carry now for Miller. Lamar Miller. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
Lamar Miller with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this can
taken about attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready. That long touchdown pass, a one-play again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on up the long pass.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The end result, 21 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Once again, second and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's got it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? It's that mythological thing that we do. If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Right there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Second and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Let's go one more. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Get 300. Get 300. Get in here.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
He was brought down by Marcus May.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They run with Breida. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
Third down and 3.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Looking here for... This is caught at the 20. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It leads to
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now it's Breida. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Is the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
He's tackled at the 40-yard.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe.
That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets. Brashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Jets 21, Dolphins 14. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
In on the stop that time, Terrell Basham.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Rodgers going to throw. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Crowder now to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Third and long, it's Darnold. He finds his target, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
At the 37-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Darnold. Forced out to his left. And an incomplete pass.
Darnold.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Complete to Ty Johnson.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And the Jets 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Flushed out right. And that one will fall incomplete.
Hold on the keeper.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
2nd and 10.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Complete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. The final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he lost the football. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Vincent Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold airing one out for Crowder. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. It's by the rookie Noah Igbenogany. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Spot.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
But no Texas start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. And give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
On the carry.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At their 48-yard line.
Again, it's Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Marr now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21.
Makes the score Dolphins 35, Jets 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Miller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A gain of 15. First down, New York.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Miami. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Miller. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Darnold from the gun. That's caught by Hollister. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
On the carry.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
This a quick pass to Davis. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
3rd and 12.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that's caught by Smith. 30. The 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Vincent Smith, 81 yards. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Flush to his right, and he goes out right around the 39. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now Darnold. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
A loss of 11 yards. And it's 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Kelly, don't let Kelly. Hey.
Rodgers throwing here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Not much there, only a yard.
Number 45.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
No gain on the play.
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.